Is Gibbi Point a fantastic place for your Sims to get away to? Or is it actually a world that you should avoid? Let's find out. Welcome back to Livable or Leave It. I'm your host, Cher, and this week we're going on a getaway. Gibbi Point is a brand new world that opened up to the general population this year, 2025. To figure out if a world is worth living in or leaving, we go through and rank them based on these categories. Then they get a score, which is added up at the end, and based on that, we determine if it's worthy. Let's teleport into Gibbi Point and see what this world has to offer. Gibbi Point is inspired by New Zealand with its bright blue water, active geysers, and lush forest wilderness full of walking trails. The influence shows up everywhere, in the rustic coastal builds, the island country decor, and even the naming conventions. Gibbi itself feels like a wink to Maori-influenced phonetics with doubled vowels and distinctive sounds. You'll also see the inspiration reflected in the activities: kayaking, diving, coastal exploration, and that adventurous outdoorsy spirit shaped everywhere here. Gibbi Point has 3 distinct neighborhoods, each with its own theme, environment, special lots, activities, and landmarks. Altogether, the world contains 13 lots. Wanderwood Wilds is home to the Hothead Rock Geyser, the neighborhood's main attraction. But there's more to these woods than meets the eye. Sims can camp out by a fire, kayak across the open water, or unwind with a quiet afternoon of fishing. You can visit the old fire watchtower and leave a note or call up to thank the hermit park ranger who watches over the area. Meet the local butterfly conservationist and swing by the Round the Fire festival. This neighborhood includes Plumbird Park and Camp Gibbi Gibbi. Crystal Valley used to be a bustling gold mining town, until one night the Scoops gold mine dried up and mysteriously filled with crystals instead, giving the neighborhood its name. Today you can pan for crystals or swim in the electric lagoon, surrounded by neon jellyfish and glowworms. Keep an eye out for the native wildlife like the plumbird. You can also stop by the Stop and Know Center to learn more about the area or check out the local Sunrise Sunset Festival. Crystal Valley features the Fearful Fish Lounge, a community garden, and a scenic playground complete with an archery range, washrooms, and plenty of benches to soak in the view. Jellyfish Junction is the 3rd neighborhood, an artistic hub that draws creatives and curious tourists. Visit Toshi the Storyteller to learn more about Gibbi Point's adventure quests. Check out the Fletcher's Point and Lonely Lighthouse, a former Plumbird hotspot named after the arrow fletching. From Underlight Bay to this or that shop, there's always something quirky to explore. Jellyfish Junction is filled with community-driven spaces, a community garden, a waterfront hangout, a boardwalk with a stage, a huge playground, and lots of hidden gems. It also hosts 2 festivals, the Fitness Fest and Glow and Flow Festival. Now let's evaluate what makes Gibbi Point a great place for a sim family or a solo sim and where it might fall short depending on your priorities. Overall, the world has incredible natural beauty, tons of activities, and several kid-friendly features. If you're looking for a fast-paced urban lifestyle, Gibbi Point won't scratch that itch. But if you love nature, community, and scenic living, any of the neighborhoods will feel like home. For the world overview and neighborhood breakdown, Gibbi Point gets a 9 out of 10. On to the neighbors. Are you curious who actually lives here? Who are these Sims? What are they all about? And most importantly, are they the type of people who welcome you to the neighborhood with a fruitcake or something better? Well, if you're a fruitcake fan, I'm sorry to say you're out of luck. These Sims don't bring cake. They bring fried jellyfish. Is that an improvement? Write into the show and let us know. Gibbi Point has 3 main households plus 2 additional Sims who wander around the world and contribute to the overall vibe. Let's start with a fan favorite, Frida Perry. Frida is thriving as the seasoned host of the world-class fitness retreat Revive and Thrive in Jellyfish Junction, a retreat we were lucky enough to be invited to join. Frida was excited to talk more about what she does here. She told us, "I just love helping Sims reach their full potential, whether it's through fitness, wellness, or just making real connections. But honestly, my most important job is taking care of my little Dougie. He's such a bright kid, but, well, he's a bit shy, unlike his outgoing grandma. I recently gave him this doll, Wild Child, and I think it's helping him come out of his shell, just a little. Makes my heart happy to see him trying." Next is Nigel Chavis Ralston, one of Gibbi Point's lifelong locals. He's considered one of the 3 great adventurers, alongside Tashi, the town storyteller, and Raheel, the lost explorer. As kids, the 3 of them spent years mapping out the land. You can still find bits of their old trails and even follow modern quests using the story map where Tashi usually hangs out. And if you want even more adventure, you can seek out Raheel's sibling, Lakshmi, Gibbi Point's very own butterfly conservationist. Nigel loves sharing his knowledge about the land, which is why being camp director is his dream job. His wife Sarah is obsessed with the local butterflies and is a master of papercraft. She's creative, devoted, and a loving mother to their twin daughters, but she feels stuck. She longs for artistic expression but feels trapped by parental obligations. And unfortunately, Nigel is more focused on running the camp than helping out at home. Incompetent husband? I'm not pointing fingers, but yes, absolutely. Their twin daughters, Erin and Eris, are extremely close. Erin is the extroverted one who loves meeting new friends and participating in outdoor games, sometimes too competitively. Eris is more introverted but deeply loyal and shares her mom's love for papercraft. Finally, we have the 3rd household, a group of young adults featuring Jane and Star Adam. They live on Love Highland in Crystal Valley, the perfect spot for hosting their romance challenge getaway. The couple runs a rustic yet upscale retreat where they serve as love coaches for visiting Sims. Jane is warm, handy, and an excellent cook with a huge passion for all things romance, though her jealousy can flare if she's not careful. Star, meanwhile, is a charismatic pianist and self-proclaimed love broker, though she's also known for the occasional argument with herself. Beyond the romance retreat, they operate a commune-style home with shared living spaces intended for guests who want to regroup, recharge, or rediscover themselves. Currently, they're hosting Agora and Skip. And yes, it's the same Skip Broke from everyone's favorite drama mystery, The Detective Diaries. And I'm not just saying that because I star in it too. So Skip, you've got some explaining to do. But the world's strangest Sims aren't tied to any household or lot at all. Enter Buddy Scoop and Prue Ella. Buddy is the only visible member of the Scoop family, and he spends most of his time poking around the abandoned mines his family once owned. You'll often find him selling or trading unique collectibles outside the mine entrance. Then there's Pruella. You've probably seen the tiny plum birds fluttering around Gibbi Point. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. There's not a lot of them. But did you know they used to be much larger? There's a lot of speculation about why they, became extinct. The large ones anyways. Or if they even exist anymore. One day, a sim named Pruella decided to honor those beloved birds by becoming one herself. When she first appeared, locals thought the giant plum birds had returned, which quickly spiraled into campfire stories of a fearsome beast. But once her secret came out, so did she. Now she roams the world spreading messages of kindness and positivity, inspiring a few other Sims to follow in her talent-etched path. So, is there drama here? Not really. There are small tensions, relationship issues, kid in a mine type concerns, a sim who turned herself into a giant bird, but nothing tying the community together in an overarching conflict. The world is diverse, but is as diverse as a tiny population could be. You'll find Sims of all genders, ages, and skin tones enjoying life here. Each household represents a different lifestyle. We have the nuclear family, a grandparent guardian, and a group of nomadic young adults. Employment rates are surprisingly solid. Out of 7 eligible adults, 3 have full-time careers. And all of the households share one thing: the ability to earn an income through hosting a getaway. Overall, the community is charming and somewhat interesting, but the households don't really connect with each other and the interpersonal drama is low. Instead, the Sims feel more connected to the world itself, thanks to their history being tied to the land rather than to each other. It's peaceful, scenic, and calm, but doesn't leave a lasting impression. It's not that the community is bad, just bland. It still ranks high with a 7 out of 10. Gibbi Point is all about the getaways, but that doesn't mean there's zero variety in lots. It just means there's not as much as you might want. In total, the world has 13 lots. 6 residential, 1 vacation rental, 2 getaways, 2 empty lots, 1 commercial, 1 park. Lot sizes range from 20 by 20 all the way up to 64 by 64. And actually, Gibbi Point has 2 64 by 64. While some would say that's not big enough, and I would personally agree, it's fantastic that there are 2 of them located here. The lot sizes are diverse, but the selection does lean towards the smaller side of things. Overall, the budget is mid. It's not all over the place, and it certainly isn't starter household friendly. The builds themselves are solid. They match the atmosphere of the world perfectly. Right now, the world includes 1 starter home, 3 mid-range homes, 1 empty luxury leading house, and 1 genuine luxury home. Getaways aren't just vacation spots. They can also be fitness retreats, kids camps, challenges, competitions, and more. Pairing a custom build with a custom getaway is where this world really shines. Despite the limited number of lots and the very small number of empty ones, Gibbi Point weirdly caters to builders. You just might need to bulldoze a lot or 2 before your creativity can take over. But when it comes to housing and affordability, the world simply doesn't offer enough. For this category, Gibbi Point earns a 2 out of 10. Gibbi Point checks off quite a few boxes on the access to amenities list. If you're looking for basic everyday amenities like gyms, libraries, cafes, or retail, you won't find them here. The world only includes 1 park and 1 lounge. However, what it does offer is impressively kid-friendly. Every neighborhood has the improved playground, and 2 of the 3 aren't even tied to lots, making them extra accessible for your Sims daily "please go play so I can get something done" needs. If you want more specialized lots though, schools, rec centers, restaurants, you'll need to build them yourself. That said, the amenities that do exist feel deeply tied to the world's identity. Nothing feels generic, out of place, or shoved in to meet a quota. Residents also have access to a handful of rabbit hole or rabbit hole adjacent shops, like making paper, this or that shop, and the Gibbi Point collector stand. Beyond that, there are no retail businesses or standalone stores. One standout amenity here is the network of information buildings. Each neighborhood has one or something similar like a sign, and clicking on them gives you an update on things like geyser conditions and local landmarks. This makes exploring the world easy, as you always know what's happening and where to go next. Whether you're hunting for the butterfly topiary, the plumbird nest, or fossils, the world gently guides you towards them. Nigel, a local camp director for the kids' camp, was overjoyed to talk about his home world.
If you ask me, the amenities here are perfect for families. Kid-friendly activities and everything you might need are spread across every neighborhood. Nothing feels left out. You've got public washrooms, picnic areas, barbecues, places to sit and gather, and even community gardens. There's always something happening.
One thing Gibbi Point does not have is nightlife. Once the sun goes down, the world gets quiet. Like, very quiet. But honestly, that's intentional. This isn't a party town. It's a nature and community town. Walking the world, you'll notice tons of paths that make navigation easy for Sims. You'll also see cars driving in the distance and boats passing through the water, giving the sense that this place is connected to the rest of Sim Nation, even if you can't actually use those vehicles. You can kayak, canoe, ski-doo, anything of that sort, but because of loading screens between neighborhoods and lots, they're purely leisure activities, not rail transportation. Overall, the transportation layout feels compact, logical, and very walkable. And honestly, the amenities here work really well because they feel like a combination of features the devs have experimented with in previous worlds: quests, community boards, interactive click buildings for gifting and info, Sims selling goods from tables, community gardens, barbecues, gathering spaces, and more. It all comes together in a cohesive, lived-in way. This is why Gibbi Point earns an 8 out of 10 for access to amenities. We're taking a quick kayak break, but when we return, we'll be ranking Gibbi Point's health, education, and employment, as well as its safety and infrastructure. You don't need to travel far to explore new worlds. With instant gaming, your next adventure is just a click away. Click the Catchy gaming link in the video description, and you'll get to experience the thrill of new worlds and thrills for less than the original price. Plus, you'll be supporting the channel at no extra cost to you. Happy exploring! Our next category is health, education, and employment. Like many worlds in Sim Nation, there are no visible schools in Gibbi Point. Everything functions as a rabbit hole. Teens can still teleport to Copperdale High for active school days, if you want that gameplay. There's no physical hospital either. That's pretty standard across most worlds though. When it comes to careers, Gibbi Point actually offers a fair amount of opportunity. Sims have access to every base game career from their phone, plus freelancing, at-home businesses, and sim-run businesses located off their active lot. A brand new career also launched with this world, the park worker career. Park workers have long shifts. After 8 promotions, you can choose between park counselor, where you manage the camp's people side, or park ranger, where you take care of the land itself. Both fit perfectly with Gibbi Point's outdoorsy identity. Even though there's no dedicated active career tied directly to the world, the new getaway feature acts almost like one. Hosting a getaway lets you earn income based on things like lot value and how many non-household sims attend. Guests who feel well cared for are more likely to leave tips. So in a roundabout way, getaways function like a semi-active job. When it comes to education spaces, Gibbi Point doesn't really support student life. There are no libraries or study-friendly lots. What it does have for designated youth areas cater more to recreation than academics. Skip, a sim living at the Adams commune, didn't mind being stopped while out and about in what is considered the downtown core of Gibbi Point. He mentioned, "Honestly, commercially, Gibbi Point's kinda lacking. Sure, you can technically do any career here, but the world doesn't really support them. You've got a bunch of buildings that look like businesses, and yeah, you can interact with a couple without even going inside. But in reality, there's only one commercial lot. The lounge. The rest, totally inaccessible. So if we're being real, they don't actually count as functional amenities. Now, if you did include the set dressing, you can tell the world's meant to have a working local economy. It's just one you can't actually use." Overall, Gibbi Point is pretty basic when it comes to health, education, and employment. It doesn't excel, but it doesn't underperform either. The expected rabbit holes are rabbit holes. The new park worker career fits perfectly with the world. And although commercial options are limited, the world implies more than it offers. That reliability, even if it's simple, is why this category earns a 7 out of 10. Our healthy living expert, Beth Sterling, is back to talk all things wellness. And oh, glob, she was thrilled about Gibbi Point. Beth immediately honed in on the natural elements that make this world stand out. Gardens, fishing spots, and outdoor cooking areas are everywhere. No matter which neighborhood you're exploring, you'll stumble on multiple spaces that practically beg Sims to step outside and connect with nature. The eco footprint starts neutral, but with just a few eco lifestyle upgrades on active lots, you can easily shift it into green. And honestly, those upgrades would look completely at home here. Nothing would feel out of place. Outdoor recreation is the major priority in Gibbi Point. Gardening, fishing, barbecues, playgrounds, and general park life are seamlessly woven into the world's design. Public parks, long walking paths, and pockets of untouched green spaces create a sense of calm, grounded living. Bess was excited to talk about a particular getaway. She said, "Oh, you have to check out the fitness-focused getaway. It's almost spa-like, perfect for Sims who want to unwind but still keep moving." And that's just the start. Gibbi Point is really designed for movement, exploration, and outdoor fun. It's like a playground for your body and mind. You won't find any permanent food stalls here, unless there's a festival going on. So World doesn't push Sims towards either healthy or unhealthy eating. There's no other way to put it. Gibbi Point is hyper-focused on nature-based activities, and that translates beautifully into healthier, more active Sims. Add in the new fitness equipment and the active living getaway retreat, and it's clear. Gibbi Point earns a 10 out of 10 for healthy living. I want to introduce our very own safety and infrastructure expert, Officer Barry Cade, from the Department of Infrastructure and Safety. Officer Cade, can you explain the safety risks in Gibbi Point?
After analyzing Gibbi Point from top to bottom, I've concluded that this world doesn't pose any unusual safety risks, and the community feels peaceful, like the kind of small town where everybody knows each other.
What about natural hazards?
Well, with seasons installed, Gibbi Point has 2 very loose seasons. A sunny, dry half of the year and a stormy, wet half. The oceans never freeze, the plants stay lush year-round, and the weather is generally mild. The main thing to watch out for are the storms. They can interrupt outdoor activities. The one natural attraction that looks dangerous is the hothead Rocky Geyser. It may look like it wants to blast your sim into the next expansion pack, but in reality, there's no risk. If you bask in its glory after an eruption, you'll actually earn a +2 energized moodlet. You can check its status at the Butterfly Ranger Station. So, overall, natural hazards here are basically non-existent.
When it comes to layout, Gibbi Point is logical and easy to navigate, except for the fact that it only has one entrance point. Neighborhoods are walkable, the paths make sense, and everything feels intuitive. Gibbi Point feels safe until you stumble across those buildings. You know the ones: crumbling structures, boarded windows, collapsed roofs. There's no actual evidence of crime, but these neglected areas give off criminal opportunity vibes. Despite the questionable areas, public spaces overall look maintained, clean, and safe, and most neighborhoods feel welcoming. Gibbi Point lands firmly on the meh side of safety and infrastructure. Therefore, it gets a 4 out of 10. There is no denying it, Gibbi Point is a beautiful world filled with natural wonders. The immediate feeling of the world is fun, adventurous, and outdoorsy, with lively landscapes and dramatic scenery. Everything from neighborhoods to lots to activities fits perfectly with this adventurous theme. The world feels cohesive, intentional, and immersive. The landscapes themselves are breathtaking. You can swim with neon jellyfish at the Electric Lagoon, or at night touch the glowworms to make the entire cluster light up. Sims who swim here receive a +2 inspired moodlet, making it as rewarding as it is beautiful. The color palette leans cool, with blues, greens, teals, and other natural tones, with occasional pops of warmth. Its distinct character and visual charm give it spark that ignites imagination, which is why it earns a 9 out of 10 for aesthetics. Gibbi Point works wonderfully as a solo world. It's designed to stand on its own, and it really doesn't need other worlds or additional activities to feel complete. That said, nature or wellness-focused worlds can enhance the experience. Think spas, boats, camping gear, and more. This is especially helpful if you're concerned about the limited number of public lots. Manually adding basic lot venues from SimNation can also fill in those gaps without disrupting the world's design. Even without any extra packs or add-ons, Gibbi Point is fully playable and enjoyable. Sure, it might benefit from a few extra bells and whistles, but it doesn't need them to shine. This is why Gibbi Point earns a 6 out of 10 for pack independence. After visiting every neighborhood in Gibbi Point, from the tourist hotspot of Jellyfish Junction to the forested getaway of Wanderwood Wilds, it's finally time to decide. Does the natural beauty of this world make it worth staying? Or is it just a little too much, a little too fast? Is Gibbi Point livable, or should we leave it? The final verdict? Live in it! From swimmable waters to quests and mysteries, this world was made to be explored. For that reason, Gibbi Point earns a B tier in our rankings. It's a drama-free oasis with stunning natural attractions and plenty to do. Between getaways and outdoor activities, there's always something new to dig your talons into. That said, if you're looking for a world rich with neighborhood connections, or dare I say, drama, this isn't the one for you. Certain sections of the world need attention, which unfortunately you can't give it. All in all, if you want a world with beautiful landscapes, engaging outdoor activities, and opportunities for adventure, Gibbi Point is a fantastic option for Sims of all ages. Singles, families, or anyone seeking a peaceful outdoorsy life. Another world reviewed, another decision made. Catch us next time on Livable or Leave It, where we ask, is this world worth it, or should we return to the world selection screen?